welcome back on my channel. You're highly welcome. I thank you guys so much. All thanks to my subscribers. You people have been doing a great job. I really appreciate all your efforts. So it means you guys really like what I'm doing, and that's a whole lot of encouragement for me to do more. So thank you guys so much for your efforts to make sure that we move to the next level. So now today's tutorial, I'll walk you through on how to cut a 180-degree flare. So that is the tutorial for today. Actually, we have different types of flare. We'll have 180, we'll have 360, 720, 1444 flare, 140, sorry, and so on and so forth. So by today's tutorial, it will be how to cut a 180-degree flare. This particular flare, you can make it short. You can use the same formula for cutting. This formula, you apply it when you are cutting for a peplum, like you want to join it to your top, or a dress, short dress, long dress, or even a skirt, maybe a flare, 180-degree flare skirt. So any type of flare you want to cut, like concerning 180, you use this formula will cover it. So but because I'll be working, the length I'll be working on is a short length, so it doesn't matter. You can still use the same method to get your maybe long length, whatever length you're working on. Okay guys, without wasting much of our time, let's get started. So as you can see here, I have my fabric. I have 2 years of fabric. Like I said, this is going to be a short, it's a short dress, so I have 2 years. But when cutting maybe a longer one, you can use 3 years or 4 years. So by this I have 2 years because I'll be working on a shorter length, so that is why I'm working with 2 years of fabric. So your length determines the amount of fabric you need. So what I will do right now, I will first of all um get the amount of fabric I'll be working on. How I normally do that, if you guys have been watching my previous video, you find out that I normally get the amount of fabric I'll be putting on fold before cutting, because I don't like wasting fabric. So what I do, I'll go ahead and divide my waist circumference by 3.14. That 3.14 is constant. That's the formula for cutting 180-degree flare. Okay, so and the waist measurement I'll be working on, I have the waist measurement of 35. So if you divide 35 inches waist circumference by 3.14, that will be giving us 11.14, and so on and so forth. But I'll be using 11 inches. Okay, so now for me to get the amount of fabric I'll be folding, in case if you are working, maybe you want to cut a smaller peplum, or a smaller flare, and you have um fabric, I don't want to waste it, you want to be sure this is the amount you'll be working on. So the next thing I'll do right now, since the radius I'll be working with is 11 inches, so I'll just put my fabric on fold. So I'll just mark out 11 inches. Okay, I want to be sure you people can see what I'm doing. So I will just measure out my 11 inches like this. So I'll just mark it. So here you can see I have 11 inches. So the next thing I'll do is to minus my shoulder to waist measurement. So I'll go ahead, and the shoulder to waist measurement I'll be working on is 15 and half, 15.5. So I will place my 15.5 here. So I'll be placing it on 15, so that I've already added my half inch of allowance. So by the time I will join from here, you can see I'll have that 15.5. So that is why I'll be placing my tape on, this is 11 inches, I will place it on 15 inch. So I'll go ahead and mark out my dress length, and the length I'll be working on length of 32 inches. So here, so you go ahead and mark out your length. You understand? So here is the length, 32 inches. If you want to add your sewing allowance, you can go ahead and add your sewing allowance. By this, I'll be joining something else down. You understand? So something else will continue, a different material will continue to the dress length. So the length I'll be working for this particular flare part is 32 inches. So here you can apply this method on any length you want. So after marking out the length, so you measure the total, everything you have from this length to the to this folded pan, you measure everything like this. So here I have 28 inches. Everything I have is 28 inch. I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to do here. So 28 inches of fabric is what I'll be working on today. That is what I'll be putting on fold. You understand? So you first of all divide your waist and circumference by if you are, even if you are cutting a 360 degree, you use the formula for 360, which is 6.28, but this is 180, and the formula for cutting the waist circumference is 3.14. So you divide your waist measurement by 3.14. You mark it whatever you got. Me, I got 11 inches, so this is my 11 inch. So you minus from that 11 inch, you're going to minus your shoulder to waist measurement, then you get your length, the dress length you'll be working on. You mark it out. After marking it out, from that dress length, you're going to measure the total of whatever you got. So me, I have 28 inches, so that will determine and will tell you the amount of fabric you'll be working on. I don't want to waste much time on this. Okay, I have 28. So what I will do right now, go ahead and fold 28 inches. I'll go ahead and put 28 inches on fold. So okay, like, see now I folded my, this my 28 inches is on fold. Here is on fold. So I have here on fold here, I have 28 inches. So after folding your fabric, the next thing you do right now is to fold in a diagonal form. So here from this folded end here, I'm going to be folding it like this in a diagonal or triangular form. So after that, I'll be leaving 1.5 inches of zipper allowance. You understand? So I'll be leaving 1.5 inches of zipper allowance. So here I have, as you can see, I have my 1.5 inches here of zipper allowance. So now, so this is it. So I have my 1.5 inches of zipper allowance. So here will serve as the front, while this place will serve as the back. So remember the radius we got for our waist circumference. Remember, we got 11 inches. So from here, from this triangular point, from this sharp end here, you are going to mark whatever you got. Me, I got 11 inches. So I'll mark it from here all round. 11 inches. 11 inches here. So this is my 11 inches. After marking it all around, remember we got the total number of 28 inches. So here, this is my 28 inches. So you're going to mark it all round. So here I have my 28 inches here. So I'm going to mark 28. I hope you guys can see the chalk. So this is 28 inches. We mark it all round. So this method will help you see you won't waste fabric in case you still want to work with the rest of the fabric. So I'm marking out my 28 inches all round. So this is my 28 inches. Okay, it's very simple. This method, even if you want to cut maybe a longer length, you can still apply the whole thing, the same method. Even if you want to work on a shorter one, is the same. So after marking it out, we are done with the marking. So this is it. Or if you don't want to start marking from here, you can as well measure from the waist. You measure and mark out your length. Like you have 28, so I have here 17. So you go ahead and mark it all around. So you can still do this way, but me, I like starting just in case if you're working on maybe a very long length. Okay, okay guys, I'm done marking it out. As you can see, we are done with the marking. So I remember what I explained. You see, this is our 11 inches here. So from 11 inches, remember we got 28 inches. So that is what I marked here, 28 inches. So you mark it all right. So that is it for this tutorial. Please guys, if this is your first time of coming into my channels, please kindly subscribe and hit notification button so that whenever I upload new videos, you will get notified. Okay, thank you all to my subscribers. You guys are did a very good job. It's very encouraging. Okay, so now I'm cutting it out, so like this I'm using this particular one for a dress. You can also use it for a skirt if you are cutting a circular skirt 180. So I'm notching the front part. So here I'm cutting it out. Go ahead and cut it out. Okay, we are done with the cutting. As you can see, this is what I have here. This is what I have. Remember, I said you can use the same method to cut maybe a longer length. It doesn't limit. This is not limited to this length alone. You can use it to cut a longer length, even a shorter length, depending on the length you are working on. So this is what we have. Okay, this is it. So this is for the front, and this will go to the zipper side where you are attaching it on your upper bodies. So thank you guys for watching this tutorial. If you find this tutorial helpful, kindly subscribe and hit the notification button like I said earlier. Thank you so much. Bye. See you in my next video. Okay, bye.